Okay, welcome to YouTube. I've been sat here for 10 minutes faffing about trying to get the GoPro to connect to Twitch, and it's having none of it. So as ever, my C5 is nearly always reliable. My brand new GoPro is nearly always a pain in the arse. Right, so screw this. I'm just going to go and get on with it. So today I am on a mini mission. I'm going to go and just pick up, hopefully they've got some in stock. It says so on the website. I should have pre-ordered, but hey, I only just thought of it. So I'm picking up something that I've pre-ordered from Toolstation, and some sort of stickable cable tie mounts that I need for, I'm installing the indicators finally for this. So I've got rear indicators and I've got a bunch of wiring. I've got a flasher module. I don't have the front indicators yet, but I can set up everything. Hello there. I can set everything up and then add the flasher, the front ones when they arrive. So I'm going completely the opposite direction today. Going down to Hither Green, through Lee Green towards Hither Green. I was hoping to hear back from a chap who apparently if you send him the barrel of your lock, he can make you a key that fits it for the second battery, the second ignition key. But my message has not been delivered still, so I don't know if he's hard to get hold of or if I need to email him. He's not much of a Facebook user. So sorry. I'll just there we go. Hey, quality content. You're welcome. Tune in next week and I'll cough continuously for 30 minutes. These speed bumps are really unforgiving, which I guess is their job really. Oops. So I'm having to go down through the large and often busy junction in the middle of Lee Green, which usually isn't too bad. It depends on where I am in the queue of traffic as to how much I feel like I'm being an obstruction to everyone, therefore how much people are going to want to aggressively get past me. But the scariest bit is turning right off that road, because I can often end up with cars trying to come up on the left hand side while I'm trying to turn right into oncoming traffic, and it can be a bit yeah, intimidating to say the least. Okay, I appear to have caught all the traffic. What the hell? Oh, sod this, I'm going out after this one. this van behind me could have fairly easily come past. I'm not sure there's anything to be gained by doing so with all this traffic. And I'm not going to go sneaking up the inside or filtering or anything. It's better I stay where everyone knows where I am. The sound of the police. Yes, I will say that every time, and I will say that every time as well. So this van behind me desperately wants to come round me. I don't think he minds too much how much fucking danger he puts me in right now. Okay, on the plus side of being right at the front is everyone knows I'm here. So yes, this is sunny Lee Green. The restaurant over there called Jenny's. When I was a kid growing up, I used to be a Wimpy bar. It was like the UK's answer to McDonald's. Eventually they all got bought out by Burger King, and most of them turned into Burger Kings. There are one or two that still survive using that branding, the Wimpy branding. I don't know how related they are in any way, shape or form to the original brand, but there really aren't many. Well, he had his chance to go. I pulled as far in as I could to give him a chance to come around me. Oh, please let the lights stay red. Perfect. And that's all right, I'm off the main road. All good now. And going back will be fine, I don't have to turn right or anything. Well, that was perfect timing. Poor sod's got a parking ticket. Sucks to be them. It's windy as fuck right now. So yeah, this is more sort of the Hither Green area down along here. and sort of from here and to the right, Hither Green Station is, I don't know, somewhere down here on the right. I don't come down this way very often. It's really windy, really windy. Right, is it Screwfix or Tool Station? I think it's Tool Station. Right, back, got what I needed. So I've needed to get some, oh yeah, forgot about that. Oop. Needed to get some humane mouse traps. A little bugger popped up in our house the other day, and so got to get rid of the little sods as quickly as possible, because they can multiply like fuckers, especially being sort of spring-ish. So there's a place where I had an issue with them a couple of years ago, and so I take them about 1.5 miles away and leave them in some there's sort of some nice sort of wooded ground near a pond, so they have access to water and food and stuff like that. Best of all, far away from me. Right, back where we came. I'll stop and get a newspaper on the way back. Not taking any chances whether they see me or not. Yeah, this horn that I've fitted was definitely a wise and solid investment in time and money. It was pretty cheap. The horn itself was less than £5. The relay to run it cost more. But then I did walk into Halfords and buy the relay in there. So yeah, you're not exactly going to get great value for money. But you do get to get something immediately when you need it. I miss Maplin. Maplin was great. Have I come too far? Yes, I have. I've missed my turning. I need to do a quick U-turn. Shows how infrequently I come this way. Should we pop in and do once around the park? Start to see what's going on in there? Yeah, why not? Ford Kuga. We had one of those briefly when we went on holiday, and it was the rental. Wicked. You just park right across the drop curb. Where's he going? He's fucking... I'm trying to... sorry, I need to use that drop curb. Yeah. Cheers. Where was I going with that? Let me pause a second. Yes, had one of those very briefly as a rental on holiday in Florida. I know, first world problems. And it was fucking awful. Absolutely terrible. One of the worst things I've ever driven in my life. It was automatic. And was just... I have nothing, literally nothing positive I can say about it. The only other cars that I've driven that were worse were the Toyota Aygo. I've driven two of those, and that was, yeah, between that and the Ford Kuga, the worst things I've ever driven. Hello there. Dreadful vehicle, and so I very rapidly took it back to the rental place and shelled out a bit more and got a pickup truck for the rest of the holiday, and ended up in a Dodge Ram, which was great fun. V8. Very, very different beast. Way more fun. Oh blimey, okay, there's a lot going on here. Is it like a school sports day or something? Fuck it, why not? Shall I stay around here? I was gonna turn around and go back. Why not? If there's loads going on, let's see what's going on. Hello there. Yeah. I just heard a very, very young voice shout Sinclair C5. Hello. I would not expect someone that age to know what this is. Wow, it's really, 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 really lively. I think I'll just zoom around and head back. Right, let's head back to the real world. Hello. Oh, two tiny dogs. And back to the scary traffic. It's the other side of the junction that's more, I don't go nerve-wracking, but where I need to be more careful. Let me pull in, let this car come by. Literally nothing coming. How quiet is this? Perfect. I'll stop on the way back. Oh, blimey. Stop on the way back, pick up a newspaper for my mum, bless her. I am going to cut up this learner actually. I'm going to use the cyclist space. That is a very stretched limo. It's a bit mean, but if that's a learner ride driver or at least the instructor, which whoever's driving that, I would imagine they'll be quite well behaved and road conscious and not squish me. Okay, they turned off, I think. Looks like there's literally nothing behind me. Perfect. Just the way I like it. Still nothing behind me, lovely. Oh, perfect. Really lucky timing with the traffic. Tesla. There are loads around here. I wouldn't mind having a go in one. I've never driven one of the saloon cars. I drove the Tesla Roadster when it first came out, and that was very funny. Dogs. All the dogs. Naughty boy on the phone while driving. Although these are like private roads, so legally I think he's all right. It's kind of the Wild West in in that sense in here, in this estate. So the little squeak in the rear wheel has kind of come back a bit. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still ever so slightly there. Yeah, I've decided I'll head around Thig Kidbrooke, go for a bit of a ride. Since I am out, let's make the most of it. I don't know if you can see that dog on the stream. Gorgeous, really beautiful colours. The sort of husky colouring, but short hair. I don't know what dog it is. Just look great. I do love dogs. And there's another little one over there. Hello, what are you saying? Hello, mate. Right, let me chuck this up here. Out of the way. Right, BRB. I'm gonna stop the stream for a sec, and I'll come back when I'm done in the shop. Okay, let me just start stream again. I just saw the best thing I'm gonna see all day. Middle-aged woman in a hijab on an e-scooter. Fantastic. Absolutely, I love London. So yes, this is my little, what passes for a boot in this. It's enough. It's enough for just, you know, carrying a few bits and bobs around. You fit a loaf of bread and a few other bits and bobs in there easily enough. Oops. Sorry, just make sure my pocket is done up. I don't want everything falling out. Hang on, I need to put my phone back. I thought it didn't feel right. Right, here we go. Right, let's try again. Looks like this drop curb over here is... God blimey, what's happened there? It's like something really, really heavy has been on it. Maybe a lorry or something has been on it. Backed over the corner or something, perhaps by accident. The small little dog that barked when I came by, wanted to say hello. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Aww. There is a gym just down here that if they had kick bags, I would love to join it, but they don't have kick bags. I think it's a Pure Gym, something like that. So I used to do full contact karate, so I want to find somewhere that has Thai boxing or MMA style kick bags. Feeling the wind right here. There's a skateboard ramp, as I recall correctly, sort of over that way. It's been a long time, but I'm pretty sure sort of down there and over there there's a ramp. Hey, am I going to make the turn? Yes, I am just. Perfect timing again. There we go. So I'm really curious of what difference it'll make. When I changed the battery from a lead acid battery to a LiFePO 4 battery, I found that the C5 coped with small hills quite a lot better, and I'm really curious if it'll make a difference adding a second battery in parallel, so it's still 12 volts, but you'll have two batteries capable of providing sustained current under load. So the sort of individual load on each battery is halved, so the current draw is halved. So under load it might be able to basically provide more current and subsequently deal with the hills better. Check out that mobility scooter on the right. That's awesome. It looks like a quad bike. That looks like fun. Hearing an emergency vehicle coming up really fast behind me. And a belated whoop whoop, it's the sound of the police. There you go, true to my word. So yeah, given that normal lead acid batteries that these were designed for weighed about 15 kilos, the lithium battery I've replaced it with weighs just, I'd say, about 3.5, maybe 4 kilos at the most. So even adding a second one will still weigh less than it did with just a single lead acid battery. I'd be really interested to see what effect it has. Oh, I'm going to be stuck here, aren't I? Damn it. I should have taken a little bicycle lane on the right. Doo-doo-doo. I've never come up this way before, so I'm going to ride down a bit of Kidbrooke Park Road. I usually stay on the back road for longer. Oh, actually, Blackheath Locksmiths. That's exactly who I need to speak to. BRB. Okay, just chatted with a nice guy from a locksmith who was saying it may be possible if I provide them with the barrel from the ignition for the second battery, that it may be possible to sort of make a key to fit the barrel. It's hypothetically feasible. But it all depends on, obviously, the barrel itself. You're saying if there's a number on the barrel, definitely, or very probably. If there isn't a number, it starts to get complicated. There we go, off the main road. Given that I'm out and about already, I'm going to head over to Greenwich Park, because why not? Oh blimey, what's going on here? Police and ambulance. That's never a good sign. Oh, it's those lads again. So I suspect it's going to get really windy across the heath. I should have put Strava on. Have an idea of how many miles I've done. So there, you'd barely be able to make them out because it's so light out here and the lights aren't very bright in daylight. But there are lights that sort of indicate battery health. But it's more a case of when it goes from 2 green lights down to 1 green light, you've got about 3/4 of a mile, get the fuck home. It doesn't give you an awful lot of warning, and then it drops very quickly to 1 yellow and 1 red, and then just red and you're done. Hello. Hiya. So yeah, it's not the nicest day out today, so I wouldn't expect the park to be particularly lively today. Bumps here. It's like literally like doing a slalom trying to avoid all the holes. Oh, blimey. Where was I going? Yes, not the nicest day, so I imagine the park will be fairly quiet. It's a Friday afternoon, so I would have, under normal circumstances, It's still only 1 o'clock. Maybe what I'll do is go back, charge the battery and come back out around 5ish when everyone finishes university and everyone's finished work. If the weather's any better, maybe it'll be lively, might be fun. Oh, there's poor people dragging their luggage all the way across the heath. I wonder where they're having to take that to. Or maybe one of the bus stops on the heath. Oh yeah. That was going to insult someone, so apologies. That was an Australian or New Zealand sounding accent. Away from the lorry driver. It's funny because one of the biggest criticisms of the C5 when it came out was the fact that they were so vulnerable to things like lorries. But my experience has been that lorry drivers have been fantastic. I love it. Or maybe it's just the 5,000 points that it represents. Right, lots of vehicles coming from the left that don't have right of way. All the rights of way have changed at this juncture. Expect to give it another month or two for the overwhelming majority of people who come here to know, or past here to know, that they've changed. Anyone that commutes regularly will know, that drives through here on the daily. I wonder if there's a sign up the road warning drivers that the priorities have changed. That would be a good idea. I'm so lucky having this park on the doorstep. I really am. It's such a lovely place to be. Tractor. Out me combine harvester and me tractor. Oh, okay. I guess I'm going to the statue to the General Wolfe then. Force of habit. Hadn't really given it any thought. I'm guessing they're collecting horse manure for their garden. At least I hope that's what they're doing. Otherwise that's really freaking weird. So there's a two-part adapter that you can print off from, it might either be Thingiverse or just the C5 website, that enables you to connect, I think it's a 120 mil, but it might be 140 mil fan, cooling fan to the motor. So that is something I'll need to get my mate to print off for me. My 3D printer is just a resin printer, so it's quite limited in the size it's capable of printing out. Bear with me. Sorry, just unlock my phone. A number of times I've had to edit out me putting my password in live on the stream. Idiot. Oh, I wonder if it'll connect. It's been playing up the whole time. Yeah, so you can get a cooling fan that connects up to the motor to help prevent it overheating when going up hills and stuff like that, and especially if you do the 24 volt modifications, it needs some additional cooling. Okay, it's connected now. Okay, cool. It's not the sunniest day for a view out across the city. I don't think I'm going to hover here too long. I'll just do a quick U-ey and head back and just go down the hill. And this is what I need the indicators for that I'm fitting. Turning left, I can either continue under power, which means I get out of the way more quickly and safely, or I can give a hand signal, but it means having to take my hand off the power button. Whereas the button will just fit down on the right hand side of the switch, will fit on the right hand side of the seat, so I can just flick the switch without having to take my hand off the power. Okay, well you can say that for the C5, it's faster than running. And anyone who knows me knows that I don't do walking. The most inefficient means of arrival, means of transportation. That's why we invented all these other ways of getting around. The only time I would happily sort of walk is when you're walking for a specific reason. So years ago when I went on holiday to the west coast of America, I went to something called the Rainbow Bridge. And there are only two ways of getting there. It's either a 2.5 hour boat ride across Lake Powell, which is what I did and was fantastic, or it's a full day hike through Navajo territory. And I absolutely vowed that next time I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the hike. I have a friend who is Navajo, who I will ask very, very, very nicely. It's the sort of thing that he does and would enjoy doing if he's willing. You know, obviously if I pay him, if he would be willing to guide me through the hike. No, it's fine. Yeah, if he would be willing to guide me through the hike through the territory. And yeah, so GoPro crashed again. It's being a colossal dick today. I would have connected to Twitch down here and just done the live stream from around here, because clearly there's something about to go on. It says Greenwich Dance over there, though the wind is really going to affect things. It's a shame it's not the weather they had last week, though I imagine that would make things unbelievably hot, but it would have made for more of an audience if that's what they're going for. Yeah, something interesting is going to occur here. I wonder when. I might have an ask at some point. Come back when they're doing their thing. That's epic free stream content, hey? Let's mosey around. I'll head into Greenwich, come back this way in a bit, and like I say, might stop off and ask them what they're doing. That tiny dog is being so playful, chasing its own tail and then stopping and doing what the dog behavioural specialists call the bow. And when they're about to play, especially with other dogs, they'll pause very briefly and do like this bow where they go right down onto their front shoulders. And it might just be ever so brief and bow their heads down, and the other dog then knows, both dogs basically.
Can you go on the main road, not on here?
Okay, thank you.
No, can you go on the main road?
Yeah, then all the dogs know that that they're just playing, and they won't it won't start a fight. Right, let's see what's going on in the middle of Greenwich. Beautiful dress. Send it. Perfect timing. Definitely not a sunny day in Greenwich.
Be careful, there's coaches coming out from the left.
Lovely, thank you. Cheers.
Gary.
That was a walking tour. I could hear someone have, oh, there's another huge ship back again. God damn it. I did find the dates that they're coming and going. I really need to, oh, I've got some change on me. I'll do the ship first and then come back to the musician. I actually have some change on me today, so I won't feel bad sitting, stopping and listening. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. It really is like somebody stuck a block of flats on the side and floated it. huge, absolutely huge. So yeah, I will look up Viking Mars, it says. It's quite low tide for the river. I'll look up and see when, which day and possibly what time it's due to leave, and maybe see if I can come down to watch it chuff off. It would be really, really interesting as well to watch when they arrive. I think that's probably more interesting to watch when they arrive than when they leave. And having to manoeuvre it, presumably do a Yui, or if they use a tugboat to pull it around 180 degrees and watch it moor up. I think that would be really interesting. Or it would be to me, even if it isn't to anyone else. I might come back for that. I just need to look it up and remember to come and do it. A couple of the river taxis there. Is it 3 of them moored up? Given that there's the trains are a bit screwed up at the moment, maybe that's why there's a few of them moored up. They're expecting to be busy. They're a great way of getting in and out of London. Oh wow, there's people. Can you see the people up the rigging in the middle mast? I think it's a thing you can do. You can essentially pay to climb the rigging, and then I think you zip line back down again. That's pretty freaking awesome, it's got to be said. I'm going to go to the other side so we can watch them climbing the rigging and listen to the music. That's a double win. Okay, where's everyone going? As I actually have change on me today. Good work, man. Turn around so we can watch people climbing the rigging and hear the music in the background. There, look at that. You can see the people up the top. They're about to zip line across, or they're just zipping straight down. You can see them climbing off the platform very tentatively. Here we go. Do they lower them down? Is it like a controlled descent? Or just let them go? Oh, look, okay, it looks more like they're being pulleyed down. That's definitely safer than just letting you go, because that's quite an angle. You'd splat when you hit the floor.
I'll just drink one of these. Unless you want something.
Well, they're having fun with that. Yeah, very cool. That looks like fun. I wonder how much it costs. The rig climb. Cutty Sark rig climb. Shall we look it up? Okay, 2 seconds. Gonna cover the camera. Yep. Partly double check it's recording and turn my phone on. Right, let's Google this. Cutty Sark Ridge Climb. Rig climbing experience. Website. Closes 5 PM. Yeah, go on then, I'll accept your cookies. Essential information. The most essential information is the price. Adults from £41. Children 10 to 15 from £26. Under 25 or student £31. Or an under 25 student. If you're a student over 25, tough shit. Up to 50% off for members. You're not a member, join now. How much is membership? £50. But still, what a unique thing to do. Really unique thing to do. It's kind of cool. And I've timed it terribly with the guitarist. He's packed up and fucked off. What a shame. Let's head back to the park. I wonder if that angry woman is still there. Okay, tiny, 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 tiny children. Let's give them a really wide berth.
Yeah, I'm not going on the escalator. I hate it.
Sweet.
Oh, we need one of them, look.
I'm getting lucky with the traffic again. Now that is a fucking big lorry. I can tell you, it looks twice as big from down here. Bloody Ada. Wow. Okay, I'm getting lucky with the traffic again. There's nothing coming from behind me. Okay. Hello. go actually this way. Umming and ahhing. Which way do I want to go? I want to go this way. There's two dogs. Hello. Is he standing on the lead? I was going to say they're not on the leads. They are. She, sorry. Hello. I guess you must know your dog really, really well if you're willing to let them off the lead. You know you can trust them.
Battery?
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what this dance thing is all about and what time it kicks off. I wonder how much, if you're doing sort of acrobatics in terms of acrobatic dance or just plain acrobatics or things like cheerleading and stuff like that, how much, at what point wind actually becomes an issue or a hazard if you're doing crazy ass tumbling and stuff like that in terms of safety. I have a really deep respect for tumblers. I could never do that. Something I always wanted to learn but never really sort of sat down and did. You know what I mean. Took the time to learn. Yep, let's go and ask the dance people what time they're doing their thing. Maybe come back for it. Skirt, skirt. Info point. Info point has my name on it. Let's go and see what Info point has to say. That looks interesting, doesn't it? Let's go and see what this is about. Summer Park Info Point. Hiya. What's this all about, please? Oh, yes, like you came prepared and everything.
It is.
Thank you very much.
We work together with Arts Trust.
That's
to
awesome.
build a programme for Royal Parks of Greenwich specifically.
Fantastic.
We've got like a series of festivals, dance classes, walks across the park. So today,
Excellent.
we've got this incredible theatre company who have this puppet.
Awesome.
And it's called, the production is called Out of the Deep Blue. So
Okay.
it's a sustainability theme. So it's aimed at, families, young children. But you're very more than welcome to come.
Awesome.
There'll be about 2 shows,
Okay.
starting at 3
Okay.
today. And we've also got some crafts for,
Oh, fantastic.
for the children as well.
So one show is at 3 and the other one, or is it?
At 5.
Okay, brilliant. Fantastic.
But yeah, everything's on our website.
Awesome.
So much, for all.
Oh, this sounds
ages,
fantastic.
generations.
Yeah, what
Please,
fun.
Hopefully you'll find something.
That sounds
you
cool.
like. And we're also doing picnics in other parks as well, like Marion
Awesome.
Park, Galleon's Reach.
I film and stream my rides to YouTube and Twitch. Is that okay with you guys? Because I might be filming around here. Is that a problem?
I mean,
You okay with it?
I'm okay with
Okay.
you filming. I think it's more you have to talk to people that you film.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But
The
it's
Royal
just.
Parks will be filming.
Oh yeah, it's just YouTubey stuff. But whether it'll be all right with in terms of these guys, probably because it's a public performance.
It's a public performance.
Yeah, no
We're good
worries.
for them. Just credit them. Again, you're
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, absolutely.
That's interesting.
It is an early attempt at an electric vehicle. It was made in 1985 and was a massive commercial failure because I think the world wasn't ready for electric vehicles in
Yeah.
those days. And with modern technology, it would be a lot better. Sort of I've got a modern battery in it, which immediately makes a big difference, but a modern motor would make a big difference as well. So everyone's used to e-scooters and e-bikes and things like that these days, and it's not quite as wacky as it was back in the day.
No.
And it's a lot of fun. So basically it's just something I bought for fun. I just sort of come out and go for rides in, and it was suggested that I should stream my rides just because I'd end up meeting lots of people who are interested in it and curious about what it is, and just meet people and just chat, and it's just, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think my mum would love one of those.
Oh, awesome. It is
It's
fun.
a really big area to
Yeah.
walk in, but you need to enjoy, there needs to be lots of different ways to access the park.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much for this. This sounds great. Cheers. So here we go. Summer in the park, meet up in the summer of fun. In the park for a summer of fun. At Greenwich Dance, summer in the park. So if you Google that, you'll find it. Royal Greenwich Festivals. So yes, this is the Out of the Deep Blue performance. Oh, it says there 3:30 to 7 p.m. That sounds cool. And there's another one on Friday the 8th of July, Born to Protest. And 22nd of July, Step Hop House. Sounds interesting. Classes, Kiduku Rhythms, Tai Chi in the Park, and Family Story Walks. Cute. And then picnics. Those are like organised picnics or something on Sunday. Ooh, a steel orchestra. That sounds like fun. I don't know where Queenscroft, Marion Park, Queenscroft Park and Galleons Park. Awesome. Oopsie. So the key has rattled loose. It does it all the time. There's a small metal clip that holds the lock in place, and it I don't know, once a month it sort of rattles loose. So that'll be in amongst all this stuff somewhere. Sorry, you're just looking at the back of the boot right now. Pro streamer, quality content. Where is it? There it is. It's like, where has it made its way to? So it's just this little bracket clip that fits on the back of the lock, like that. There we go. Done. Oh, yeah. Dancer's warming up and just having fun, I guess. So if the first performance was at, she said 3:30, didn't she? That is, oh, it's 2 hours away. Okay, that's a fair old while. Kid doing handstands. I'm impressed. Which way to go? I think I'll go towards the boating pond, then just go around the bottom path, head up the hill and head back. Yeah, this was supposed to be a quick trip mission out, because I was in the middle of spraying. So I mentioned that I was fitting the indicators to this. I got an original indicator switch, but it was quite rusty. It had obviously come off a C5 that had been left out in the weather for a long time. So I completely sanded it back by hand, sprayed it up with an acid etch primer, and I put on 3 coats on the one side, and I was just starting doing the second side. There's nothing really going on at the boating pond. Let's go and take a look. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Yep, squeak is definitely back. And yeah, there's nothing much going on here. The boating pond is shut, or at very least shut until later. And it's not exactly the weather that brings everyone out. I wonder what they're doing over there. Is that another dance thing? I can hear music from here, which on one hand says fun, on the other hand says copy strike. Fantastic! What fun. I wish I could go closer. Like I said, music equals copy strike. What a shame. Thank you. Cheers. People coming from every angle. What a beautiful outfit that woman had. The dress with the white hat. I'm guessing they're probably going to a wedding in the Royal Naval College. Not the Royal Naval College, the Royal Maritime Museum. There's often wedding receptions in there. So I'm guessing they're all dressed up for that. Tiny dogs, tiny, tiny dogs. Time to start pedalling. It should be further up, but this wind is not helping. Normally I wouldn't start pedaling until the next bench, after the next bench. This wind is yeah, really making a difference. And here. Excuse me. There, immediately now. That's when you can suddenly, you can feel it on your thighs. Having to put some effort in now. There's an even steeper hill to the right of me. There's no way I'd be able to go up that. bit more effort, concentrating. I was watching that lad sending it down the hill. Wow. Normally I can keep this in the yellow really easily, but the wind is really not helping down up the hill today. It's sort of flicking between yellow and red. Really having to make some effort here. Wow, that's the most effort I've had to make getting up that hill. Feeling it today. And here we go. Right, back here again for a minute while I decide what to do. I'm thinking I'll probably head through the standard. Yeah, it's still only 1:30. If I head through the standard, across the heath, pause at the pond for a bit, go down through the village and back to my normal stopping off point, stick the battery on to charge, see if I can charge it in time to come out for about 5 o'clock if the weather's any, well, if the weather's no worse, especially if the weather's any better, and see what's going on. Let's go and do that. And back into the wind. Yeah, do you want to go? All right. bless him, I could see the bus driver trying to drive as far over that side as he could. That was good of him. Because there's no way he could have seen me when he pulled out around the cars. Right. You can't buy them anymore. Oh, there's nothing behind me. Lovely. One of these days I might come out with a Mario hat on for the lols. Right, grey car, you don't have the right of way. Thank you. There we go. Skirt, skirt. I shouldn't do that. It's entirely possible to pop the tyres off the rim. Oh, small child. Let's slow right down because I really shouldn't be here. Oh, okay. It's going off and running on the grass anyway. Give it a bit of extra welly so the cars behind me don't catch me up from the traffic lights. They usually don't. this car going to see me? I can see him reversing. Oh, there's an E-Type Jaguar. Very nice. Hardtop in a sort of cream colour. Very of its era. Skirt, skirt. His random flashing LED rear light. I kind of fabricate something similar on my bicycle. I have two LED lamps on my rear, on the back of my bicycle, and I set them up to flash so they sort of beat intermittently with each other and create a random strobing effect. I've found as a driver, when bicycles just have a regular flashing light, your brain tunes it out. It's something regular, so you get used to it, so your brain just learns to ignore it. But with a random one, there's nothing regular for the brain to get used to, and so it constantly is grabbing your eye's attention, so it's a bit safer. So I've done the same on the front and the back. The lights beating against each other. Well, they found it funny. Wow, really fucking windy. I can feel the wind actively sort of braking me down here. Oh, there goes all my momentum, damn it. cyclist is going to cause me a real problem. Comes to something when I'm not the obstruction. Trying to get this thing moving on a hill would be frickin' impossible. The gearing is really, really unsympathetic and not variable. I've got a few cars behind me. And I can really feel the wind slowing me down. There you go, those 4 cars have got a story to tell now. Going down Lee Road I was, stuck behind a bloody C5. Who would ever have thought it? So yeah, I think I mentioned earlier on stream about going out last night and going to my first indoor event since the before times, and I decided that if I come out of that unscathed, because obviously you may or may not have seen earlier streams where I explained that I had long COVID and it cost me 1.5 years of my life, so I'm really paranoid about catching COVID again. So if I come out of that event unscathed, I might allow myself to join a gym, get my ass down a gym. I miss training, I really miss training. I want to lift some heavy weights and kick a bag as hard as I fucking can. As far as I'm aware, there's only one gym in the area that has a proper kick bag. My old gym went bust in the first lockdown, bless them. I didn't revoke my membership and kept it up in the hopes that it might help them. Clearly it didn't. So there is a new gym in its place, but frustratingly they only have boxing bags, so they stop at just around waist height, which is of no use to me. I need a full 6-foot bag that goes from head to toe, or well, head to ankles, for leg kicks and shin kicks and that sort of thing. So basically like a Muay Thai bag, kickboxing bag. How am I doing? Okay, I'm good. that was a bit of a calculated risk. I really should have slowed down for that middle junction. It wasn't the wisest move on my part. They're fairly quiet roads, but people do often come around these corners quickly. And as ever, it's not about the 99 times that it's fine, it's all about the one time that it isn't. Crunch. He doesn't like his car very much. Okay, so my little mission turned into a big old ride. That's fine. I had fun. Thank you to anyone and everyone that's joined me during this video. Very grateful, as always. If you make it this far, let's go with type mission get, because I succeeded in getting what I needed. It's a little Super Meat Boy reference as well, which already was a reference to another game. God blimey, Angry Car. He's miles away, it's nothing to do with me for a change. Yeah, so what was going to be a short ride has turned into a much longer one, but it's been fun. Thank you for joining me. I'm always super grateful for anyone that spends any time watching any of my videos. There's all manner of things you could be doing with your time, and if you choose to spend even just 5 minutes of it with me, I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. I'll see what the weather is doing, I've charged the battery now, and maybe I'll head back into Greenwich for 5 o'clock in the evening, and see if there's anything going on, see what's going on with the dance group and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll call it there. This is C5 Live UK. I'll see you around. Bye bye.